Okay, I wanted to do a follow-up on this so you understand uh, and continue with what it is I'm doing here. Um, to be crystal clear, listen to this a minute. Of the perversion of the law code. Okay, that be what it is. There's a perversion of the law code based on unethical, immoral, and unlawful acts by elected and appointed via delegated authority of signatory transfer. Uh, what does that really mean? Well, people that don't have the authority to write shit in a log wrote shit in a log. Pretty simple idea. People didn't have the authority to use the letterhead and the pen and the register. They used it anyway. Uh, too many chiefs, not enough Indians. It's always that way, based on the usury. Self-promotion, you know. That's what civilian-based administrative people do, and that's what military-based administrative people do. And it's the radio, I'm saying, you know what, guys? Get over yourself, okay? There are concrete rules for the use of the radio. So to clarify what we've said to date, let's go back over here to this House resolution and why it matters that people pay attention to this. Well, it comes over here to this. See, the Office of Law Revision Counsel, okay, was created in 1974. Okay, and it just this stuff that has nothing to do with anything lawful. Nothing. And it's within that idea that you have to continue to look forward to the idea that says a guy named Ralph V. Seep has more authority than any other human being in the purview of quote unquote law, and nobody even knows he exists. Um, they don't do their job in Washington because they don't know how to do their job. And the removal of people like Ralph V. Seep, okay, and the removal of anybody else that touches the record uh, that benefits from doing so. These are basic ideas that they don't have the ability to codify these cryptic processes. So I just understood it. Well, wait a minute. They've codified their own crimes. So how do you unwind it all? You don't. You don't care. Because if you're on a family channel, that's a private channel. And if you work for the government, okay, you're on the government channel. Whatever you guys do on the government channel, that's your business. And whatever happens on the family channel, that's the family's business. Whatever happens on the corporate channel, that's the corporate channel's business. And whatever happens on the military channel, that's the military channel's business. You say, well, how can you actually do that? Well, it's a very simple idea. Man's home is his castle. Okay? The boundaries of the property of that castle is that castle. And when a government breaks that law, every other law is invalid. So you go back through the archives of the police reports and you will find all the instances of how many times government law enforcement crossed a private boundary without authority to do so, and you'll see that the sovereign republic of the United States of America and its parts are in default of its own charters. This stuff matters if you be in a nation of law. So what do you actually do about it? You pay your damn bills, reindex your damn laws uh, lawfully, and end the censorship. That's what it means to be an American. So I'll stand on what we know. Uh, my family owns the quantum computer interface for the desktop quantum computers. And everybody that knows me knows it. But we're still being denied our rights this day. And yet there's people helping us. And I say the way we end it all is very simple. If you cannot see on that screen a very basic idea that says that you can speak about how do you know whether God be real or not, well, see, for me, ladies and gentlemen, God don't care what you do or think. God only cares that you take care of the children. That's what I know. And as a survivor, an advocate, a custodian of solutions to reduce and end over a lawful 49-year contract the immediate cause and effect of usury, debt, poverty, and war against the children of humanity. That be the restoration of mutual equity in the house of man, to know its source and origin. And the unification of the languages comes through a very basic idea. If they're in your house, you extend your hospitality to them. If they violate the rules of your house, now, there are processes for that. And it's either public or private. Well, what is private? Whatever the head of household decides, whenever he decides. You shall not dictate a person's behavior inside of its own home. But that's what we've done using these damn machines and these radios. So I say that we should be of good cheer, rise and be best for the children. Be a simple multinational Live Aid concert for the benefit of the children. The goal is to do that once a year in 13 countries, and then next year 26 countries, and so on and so forth until you got it right. Major investments in the cities that we're in, and you rotate the model, and by rotating the model it has different themes. So it would be what it is. It's one of the largest business cases presented to date, and it's based on long-term stuff, but it matters. Like, once again, if I may, according to the laws of the United States and Ukraine, and my son's position in the United States Navy, and my position as the primary principal for this economic development initiative cross-border, he has to give the authority for me to meet my son. That's a lawful thing. And it has to be witnessed. So we were thinking about how best to deal with the treaty aspects of that. Not to mention you've got the problems with we have to approach the other country where the child was kidnapped to. And the Vatican's silence on it is just becoming annoying. And as a member of the Catholic Church, and yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I am a member of most churches conceived by man by the idea that I had multiple legal guardians as a ward of the state, I was introduced to a whole lot of different religions, and people don't think about what it is to be a real minority. 44 mamas and papas under law. So what do I believe? I believe keep it simple. Who are you? What are you doing? How long does it take? What it costs? And why write it down and sign it? Public is public. Private is private. Right to clean water, the right to clean food, a roof over your head, and the right to travel unmolested is universal. Life of a human begins at conception, protected till the age of 21 years old. Not to know debt and poverty. Not to know war. Because only an adult that has been properly trained is any relevance to a public institution. So the rise based upon merit be real. So having released the code, done the audit, listening to people explain to me why it is I've been denied my right to travel under color of law, and to sit and watch on the audit channel the lies of the people that are under contract. Like, why do people lie, cheat, and steal? It's because of the usurpation of law. So we move forward.